example of what it looks like after the clear cut. Of course, it's a mess right now, but they do a pretty good job of cleaning this up. And it'll look rough for about a year, and then it'll start growing in with grass, and baby trees will start coming up, and it'll look quite nice, like a nice field. So this is a good example of a few years after the clear cutting you just saw, where they kind of leave the field looking like it as a bombed out nuclear holocaust. But you can see that you got sparse growth. On this in particular field, they left some tall trees. I'm not sure exactly why they did that. Maybe a delineating border of some sort between one section and another. But this is probably 2 years, maybe a little longer, after they clear cut this area. And you can see that there's a lot of baby pines coming in. Like this guy, he's only like maybe 18 inches tall. So he's probably only like maybe not even a year old. He might have just started last year. And then you can see by this is what they leave behind, which is too bad. Nobody wants this firewood, you know. It's all pine. It burns too quickly and doesn't really smell the greatest. But here's another little pine tree here, and of course over there you can see you got a lot of taller ones. So that tells me that this might even be a little older than I'm thinking. This might be more like four years old, because some of these guys, I'm not sure how quick these pines grow. When we were in California, we had a pine tree forest on our 5 acres that we had out there, and some of the pines over the course of 10 years only got 15 feet high, and some of them got 15 feet high in 3 years. So you just never know. But so there you go. Now we're going to jump across over there, and I'll show you the next stage. Got a pretty busy road here. We got a break in the action. So this is right across the street here from what I was just showing you, and this is the next stage. This would be probably about, I'm thinking 8 years, maybe 10 years old. Right here, and it's so thick I can't even go in there. Look at that. So when they come in 10, 15 years from now, they'll clear cut this again and get that all chopped up. Let's show you some more examples of this height, maybe a little taller, and we'll keep getting taller until we get to the point where they're going to clear cut it. Thought that this was a pretty good example of the mid-level tree growth. As you saw from our other videos, you got the saplings, and then you got the kind of the, you know, the 8-foot tall ones or the 12-foot tall ones. These are probably around 15 to 20. Maybe some of these are about 20. Some of these are about 12 to 15. Probably about maybe 8 to 12 years old. I think when they get about to 20 years old is when they cut them. But since the power line's cut through, I wanted to show you this, because it's kind of hard to see a swath of them because they grow in, you know, a tight forest. So now let's check out more of the tall ones that are almost ready for harvesting. Now here's a good example of where they're getting to about the right height, about 30 feet maybe. But the trunks aren't wide enough yet, so they'll probably let these sit for another 5 years, maybe even longer, before they come in. I'm not even sure if this is an area they'd clear cut or not, but they're definitely a little too small, I think, still. And as you can see, there's a good growth underneath here going on. So if they were going to cut down this area, they've already got a good start on the next batch. I think there's about a 20-year turnaround on each patch of land. Thought I'd show you guys a little couple-minute video here of a clear cutting in progress. So they've started clear cutting this woods here. They've clear cut across the street. So they've hauled all the logs over. As you can see, they're using a grinder to take off any of the excess branches or or nubs on the logs. That thing is just throwing it around like toothpicks. And see, he's grabbing a pretty big one this time.